As soon as that dude in that group passed away, that was the beginning of the end for Migos and the Offset Cardi B marriage. I seen it coming. I seen it coming. 777. Rack 'em up. Once again, she has a machine. She's a pop star, right? She has a machine behind her. So she has to keep the machine rolling. You know what I mean? So do you think it's by accident or happenstance that her relationship, her sexual relationship with Stefon Diggs is public? You think that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just the course of events. Like that's just, par for the course. No. Oh, she needs to stay in the limelight. She needs to stay in conversation. She needs, and so in turn, she needs this baby. She needs a baby because her being married, you know what I'm saying? Her being married to Offset, you know what I'm saying? That comes and goes. You know what I mean? A lot of times, a relationship when you're in stardom and fame. And please, I'm none of that. So everything I'm saying is bullshit, please. But when you're in the limelight like that, a relationship can either boost your credibility or boost your fame or hurt your fame. You know what I mean? What are these athletes thinking, bro? Like that money is not going to last forever. You know what I'm saying? Like that child support is, unless you got custody, and then like how are you going to have custody too? Like what kind of compound big love sister wife situation are you going to have in order to have custody of these kids to avoid the child support? You know what I'm saying? Because the child support alone, not even the private school and all that, like just the child support alone, like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Other women are calling this out and making fun of this and saying like, yo, you went from a wife to a baby mama, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And her fan base, even though they may not care, they're gonna see it. That seed has been planted. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say this is the beginning of the end. You know what I'm saying? This is the beginning of the downward spiral. You know what I mean? Because this is what you got to do to stay relevant. Like this really? Like really? This is what you got to do to stay relevant? All right. Yeah. So with that being said, you guys have been awesome. And when you are a pop star, I wouldn't say pop icon. Whoa. We ain't gonna say all that now. But when you are a pop star, you know what I mean, you very much have a machine behind you. You have a very much have a machine behind you, and that machine is going to do whatever it takes to put you at number one, whatever it may be. Rack 'em up, 777. They're going to do whatever it takes to put you at number one, to gain attention on you and gain as much attention on you and as much praise and all of that. And so, now that this hype train, now that the Offset Cardi B hype train is going, she needs to stay in the limelight. She needs to do something to stay in the limelight. And a lot of the women are reading this pregnancy as spite. They're reading it as spite, and rightfully so. They might just be right. They might just be right. I think that's just her killing another bird with another stone. Or that's her killing another bird with the same stone. I think that's all that is. It's not enough for her to just date him. She has to have a pregnancy behind it. And yeah, she can afford the kids, and yeah, she can afford a nanny and so on and so forth. Yeah, well, however which way that whole the child care situation pans out is how it pans out. But for the sake of the limelight and the fame, she's gonna go through with this. And a lot of another thing the women are harping on is the fact that she's stepping down. You know what I mean? The fact that she's stepping down and she's deliberately going from a wife to a baby mama. You know what I'm saying? That's the ugly side of it. And the fact that she's doing it for spite. You know what I mean? And it's nasty work. Yes, it is nasty work. It is nasty work. Like I said, the women naturally aren't wired to think things through like that. All they know and all they care about, he's rich and he has status. I want to have his baby. That's all they thinking. You know what I'm saying? His agent, I was watching a YouTube short and Cam Newton was like, his agent was like, yo, do you want to go to Miami? And he said, hell no. He was like, I already got 8 kids. If I go to Miami, it's gonna be about 18 kids. Fucked up part is, I believe him. Can't nobody put Stefon Diggs through nothing, unless he sees it that way. You know what I'm saying? And judging by his demeanor on the outside looking in, from just a little bit that I know and a little bit that I see, he seems like a very composed gentleman. And a composed gentleman with multiple baby mamas pregnant simultaneously. Right? A composed gentleman, yes. So yes, he seems like a composed gentleman. Like he's got it together, and he sees the play before it happens, and he'll be all right at the end of the day. I think. I don't know the way he's carrying the situation. He's got to be pretty intelligent. You know what I'm saying? So He's got to be pretty intelligent. So I don't think that. I think he'll be, you know, even when football is over, even when he retires from the NFL, he'll be straight. He'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I think the athletes of today are a lot smarter than the athletes of the 90s and in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? And they know how to move. They've watched enough. They've watched enough guys before them make enough mistakes. You know what I'm saying?